What's going on, everyone? So we got a bunch of late news in the world of basketball, and in particular the Los Angeles Lakers. So Lakers, first off, missed out on Demar Derozan. Personally, I don't really think that they missed out based on how it all went down. Obviously, I really wanted Demar Derozan. I think DeMar DeRozan would have really helped the Lakers. I don't believe that the Lakers would have been a lock contender. That was something that I talked about heavily. Still questions with the fit, but I thought the Lakers would be able to make it work with DeMar DeRozan. I actually think DeMar DeRozan would have solved a lot of the Lakers' needs, because you look at LeBron James, you look at Anthony Davis. Neither of them are these natural bucket getters, right? DeMar DeRozan is a guy that can, take it off the rim and go score in a plethora of ways. Where LeBron, yes, he can hit the catch and shoot. He can kind of, do his little looking down and then pull up for three. But more times than not, when he just wants to get a bucket, it's him just driving, putting his head down and getting to the basket. Anthony Davis, he needs setup. He's got to establish position. Got to dump the ball down to him. Would have been nice to have that guy in DeMar DeRozan that you could just, hey, here you go to work, get it done. Right? So I think that just the natural scoring ability of DeMar DeRozan would have went a long way for the Lakers. But he goes to the Sacramento Kings. I don't really understand it. One, Sacramento's now locked into him for 3 years, and they're paying him $76 million over those 3 years. If the Lakers would have done that, I would have been disappointed. I would have been happy that DeMar's on the Lakers. We would have talked about it. I'd have been like, let's go. But I wouldn't have been happy about $76 million. I talked about that heavily, right? Giving me him 18 to 20 million, sure, I'll do that. But that $5 million a year is a big difference. And it's more times than not the difference between you being able to trade him if it doesn't work or not. Where if it doesn't work, the Lakers could end up being stuck, right? Sacramento, they have a lot of questions with fit. You got De'Aaron Fox, you got Malik Monk, two guys that are best with the ball in their hands, two guys that are best in isolation situations. Now you're adding that third guy in DeMar DeRozan. I've seen a lot of people bring up and go, oh, but they'll figure it out, they'll make it work. Now they got three guys that can close. Malik Monk and De'Aaron Fox, they like to keep the ball moving. They're unselfish. Yeah, until the fourth quarter. Then when the fourth quarter comes, it's a lot of heavy isolation with De'Aaron Fox and him just going to work, or Malik Monk and them just going to work. Now you got DeMar DeRozan. You have defensive concerns, right? Great example. Look at the Phoenix Suns, right? Phoenix has Kevin Durant, Bradley Booker, and Bradley Beal and Devin Booker. Those three guys. And they were the worst fourth quarter team in the league. You have Kevin Durant, who's one of the biggest big shot makers ever, and they were the worst fourth quarter team in the league. Why? Because they couldn't defend, they were undersized, and they have three players that are very similar that want to do the same thing. And it gets clunky, it gets a little awkward at times. Again, maybe the Kings will figure it out, but it also is a real possibility that they're just a worse Phoenix Suns team. Right? And there's a lot of similarities. You look at Sabonis, Fox, Monk, and DeRozan, and then you look at Nurk, Bradley Beal, Devin Booker, Kevin Durant. Right? It's one of those things. It can be a little interesting. But nonetheless, right, now the Lakers, they're going to have to look into the trade market. They no longer have their full mid-level exception, and they no longer have the sign and trade. Not that there's any more options in the sign and trade department. DeMar DeRozan was essentially it. So now you're looking at just basically pulling off some trades, because LeBron James has officially re-signed on a 2-year deal. He took $3 million less to keep the Lakers under the second apron. This is big because now the Lakers can aggregate salaries to go and make a move to end up landing a player, a Jeremy Grant or something like that. Also, I think it's interesting the timing of the LeBron contract, because he had all day and didn't sign. Nothing. Not a word, not a peep. And then DeMar DeRozan goes to the Kings, and within an hour, boom, he signs. I think, and again, I don't know this for certain, just my thoughts based on how things unfolded, I think LeBron was waiting to see what happened with DeMar DeRozan. Because if Sacramento did not get DeMar DeRozan, and Sacramento ended up being out on DeMar DeRozan, I think that DeMar DeRozan probably would have went to the Lakers, because it's where else is he going to go? Right? How many teams are looking to pay him $76 million a year? I mean, he's going to be 38 by the time that contract's done. Right? So I think that maybe LeBron was kind of waiting out, going like, hey, let's see what happens with DeMar. Okay, DeMar, he signed. Let me go take this contract and just get this over with. Took the discount to keep the Lakers under the second apron, which now the Lakers can go and work to make some trades, make some moves to upgrade this roster. If they do, we'll see. Lakers are still very active in the trade market, very active in the trade front. I know a lot of people are very upset. I know a lot of people are very disappointed, but a lot can happen between now and October, right? As much as we want something done, as much as we want to see all these other teams do all this other stuff, at the end of the day, yes, I want a trade, and I want a trade bad, but I want the right trade. I don't want to trade just to say we made a trade. DeMar Derozan to the Kings feels like a trade that was just to say we did a trade. Everyone else is upgrading. Everyone else is getting pieces. Everyone else is getting better. We ended up, being a play-in team again, and we ended up, we got to do something, and they went and traded for a guy in DeMar Derozan. And it's like, does that work? I don't think, are the Kings now a bona fide contender with DeMar Derozan? I don't believe so. Right? And now they're even more limited on the types of moves that they can make. Where the Lakers, they have to get it right. They're not the Oklahoma City Thunder where they're just, strapped with endless amounts of draft picks and players and stuff like that, right? They're very limited. You have to get the trade if you are to do a trade right. And even then, you probably got to do two if you want to get into that contention status. Jeremy Grant, I'd love to get Jeremy Grant. I think he would be better than DeMar DeRozan. However you feel about which player is better, I think, one, Jeremy Grant is the better natural fit. He's the better defensive player. He's got good size, can play both forward spots, legit 3-and-D guy, shoots 40% from three. There's no denying he's a better three-point shooter and a better natural fit. So you could do that. That's great, but I still don't think that that's it. We're best team in the league. I think now if you get Jeremy Grant and a Cam Johnson, or you get Jeremy Grant and a Kyle Kuzma or whatever, right? Now I think you're in that conversation where it's like, okay, depending on how this works, depending on how this shapes up, the Lakers you might want to watch out. But at the end of the day, the Lakers, they need to, and they more likely than not are going to do something, because bare minimum, they have to do a consolidation trade, right? They're going to have to send out a couple guys just to, move off of some contracts, which hopefully is in a deal for, again, a Jeremy Grant or whatever. And it's not just like, oh, we're unloading these two guys. Hopefully it's a deal that makes sense. And the Lakers could potentially free up their full taxpayer mid-level exception, which would potentially get them another piece. Maybe it's like a Tyus Jones or something like that. We'll see how that goes. But nonetheless, look, there's still a lot of hope for the Lakers. Right? Still, at the end of the day, have LeBron James and Anthony Davis. And so as long as you have those two, you always have a puncher's chance. But I want more than a puncher's chance. I want to be in that conversation. I want to be one of the, 5 best teams in the league, to where it's like, okay, watch out, Lakers are coming. Right? And for that, I believe that the Lakers need multiple things. But now you got LeBron signed, locked up. Now you know what position you're in. Now you know what you can do and how you can do it and how you can approach it. LeBron, he doesn't want to wait because he doesn't have to sign it. He could have waited another month, 2 months, however long he wanted, right? The thing is, though, is that he's about to go play with the Olympic team. So this is insurance for him, because now he has a no trade clause. He has a 15% trade kicker, all that stuff, to where, this is insurance for him in case, because he is age 40, he is in year 22 or will be in 22, and he's about to go play in the Olympics. This covers him for in case he does end up having an injury or something, to where the Lakers can't just go, oh, well, we're going to trade him and ship him out wherever they want to trade him, right? This is to basically cover LeBron's behind. Not that I think the Lakers would do that. I don't think the Lakers would do that, just because they don't have a history. Kobe tore his Achilles, was nowhere close to the same player he was, and the Lakers gave him a max, right? I believe Kobe deserved it. I think that they should have done that. Talk heavily about how the reason that they do stuff like that is because it signals for the next guy, right? Kobe gets that, shows, hey, take care of you when you come to the Lakers. You win for us. You do right by us. We're going to take care of you. Kobe retires 2 years later or whatever it was. LeBron James comes and joins the Lakers, and the Lakers win a championship again, right? Like, it's those type of things, those type of moves, right? You reward the stars even through the ages, and that next star is going to come because they're going to be like, hey, I'm going to be there at one point. If I go sign a 5-year deal, I'll be 35, 36 at that point. At least I know that the Lakers will take care of me, right? So you start getting these younger stars that go, hey, maybe I can get a piece of that pie. But anyway, as always, this is a discussion. Pass a question on you. Let me know your thoughts and opinions down in the comments below. What do you think? How do you feel? What are your thoughts? First off, how do you feel about DeMar DeRozan? Again, after seeing that they had to give up Harrison Barnes, Chris Dort, like all of that, plus draft picks and cash considerations and all of that, you start looking at that and it's like, and you paid him $76 million over 3 years. To me, it's like, you know what? Keep him. But how do you feel? Do you feel the same way? What do you think about LeBron resigning? Again, how do you feel? Whatever your thoughts are, I'd love to hear it. So let me know down in the comments below. That being said, if you haven't liked this video, hit that like button. Helps me a lot. Helps me enjoy these types of videos, and I truly appreciate it. Not subscribe to the channel. Hit that subscribe button. Turn on the bell notifications. Appreciate y'all. See you in the next one. Thank you.